Good afternoon. You're welcome to PagePedia Videography Challenge. My name is Ifeanyi Obi, and today we have with us architect Ahmed Kabiru Abdullah. He is the Executive Secretary of the Lagos State Water Regulatory Commission. You're welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Just like you mentioned, my name is Ahmed Kabiru Abdullah. I was born and brought up in Agege, local government of Lagos.
Okay.
Then my primary school and secondary school in Agege, before proceeding to Ahmed Kabiru University for my degree course, where I studied Bachelor of Science degree in architecture.
Okay, sir.
And later, a master's degree in the same field.
Okay, sir. So how do you spend most of your time?
Well, usually official activities take 80-90% of the time. Minus sleeping hours anyway.
Okay.
We often have to work late in the night, even while in the office here. We work late. Sometimes 7, 8, 9, 10, even 11 sometimes we're in the office to make sure we're able to meet up with one thing or the other. But outside that, yes, we have some political activities as well. Take some of the time. We meet with political associates, political groups, and I also head the area community in the southwest of Nigeria. The way we coordinate such activities of the area community for purposeful and meaningful development, participatory democracy. Such, it makes the people there relate with each other like one family. So it makes it very, very interesting.
Okay, so you have a worthwhile day to be frank. Okay, so looking at the position you've attained, is this where you thought you would be?
Where I thought I would be. In fact, you see, you sometimes at a particular time, you opt for certain things, and nature and providence will also be at work to design and chart your course. All this while I've been thinking of, look, let me be a practicing architect. I love buildings, design, construction, development, supervision. Passion for buildings, skyscrapers, flashy buildings, things like that. The aesthetics, ornaments. But as it is, I served as the vice chairman of Agege local government for election. Thereafter, I was appointed to the Lagos State Planning and Environmental Monitoring Authority. There I found myself handling the issues of planning for city-state like Lagos. So it's really challenging. And I participated in a lot of the good works you see being transformed into Lagos today. I participated in most of these projects from the planning stage all through execution at different times. So feel fulfilled really that I made some contribution.
Yeah, but you're not even far off from architecture.
Yeah, it's still in the same line.
Okay. So what used to be or is still your biggest weakness?
Weakness? Well, as a human being, I wouldn't know really what's the weakness, but you see, the other person looking at you will always see your weaknesses. What I try to do is, if I realize any point of inability or weakness, I rise up to it as a form of challenge. So I always find myself tackling one form of challenge or the other, boldly too, confronting it and facing up to it.
Okay. So, sir, what are you most proud of?
I'm very much proud of participating in the behavioral aspects of man, and in such as it impacts positively to the living standard of the people. Presently, at the Lagos State Water Regulatory Commission, at the time I came into the commission, I was appointed by His Excellency Dr. Kenyan body. It's a real challenge for a governor to have so much confidence in you that yes, there are challenges here, there are problems here, and that he believes you can tackle them. It's really something big to live up to. So coming in here, I found a situation that really requires a lot of input. Took up the challenge, put it on the table, and I have a crop of men that also know what they are doing, that can interpret the vision and mission appropriately. And we kept going. And here we are. The groundwater of Lagos State is presently experiencing a lot of challenge. Challenge from stakeholders in the water sector who are not conducting their business in line with proper regulations or decorum or standards and best practices in the industry. They tend to do whatever they feel like doing. Being the field is just open for them to just do what they feel like doing, and so some even engage in acts that tend to pollute the groundwater. And it is on the surface that you have demarcations. This is my plot, this is my compound, this is where my fence reach. But underneath there, the groundwater is the same water under everybody's home. So your fence, there's no fence between my plot and your own plot to demarcate it underneath there. So if you pollute that water, you're polluting the water for everybody. And such, we are really rising up decisively to tackle these issues of pollution. You'll agree with me that a significant population of those checking in our hospitals today are checking as a result of waterborne diseases. And the population is very significant. It can be up to 60% in African countries. Worldwide, it's an average of 48%. So it's something that requires a lot of attention. And by that, if we implement the regulatory guidelines appropriately the way it should be, of course we will reduce that high rate of waterborne, high rate of infections of waterborne diseases in our hospitals and in Lagos State. As such, the cases will go down drastically, and that's exactly what we are doing. So we're going out to check the various boreholes, test the quality of water therein, to be sure that the water is fit for domestic use. And where we discover that such water coming out from a particular borehole is already polluted, we'll have no hesitation. Without any fear of equivocation, we'll decommission such boreholes outrightly and then proffer some other solutions.
What do you wish you knew at a younger age? If we could take you like 20 years back, what would you wish you knew at that age?
What I wish I would have known at that age is to actually realize that in this world you achieve what you can achieve and leave the rest. At a very much younger age, I thought that I could do almost everything. While in school, aside my science subjects, I took the subjects of arts also. So after my own regular examinations, I went and enrolled in the arts also, and I also passed the subjects. So I was just thinking that I can virtually do anything, but of course you'll have to zero down to something, concentrate therein, and mark out achievements.
If you could do it all again, what would you do differently?
What I will do differently will be to have charged a professional course early in the day, and then pursue it more rigorously.
Okay. So you're really into education and enlightenment, because it seems like architecture was 7 years. You did courses that were both for science and arts. What do you feel about education and knowledge in general?
Yeah, it is it's something that bring out the best in you, and makes you feel a sense of fulfillment, and makes you realize your worth and your value, and also challenges you to make contribution to humanity. And the contributions that you make, when you see it happen, gives you the joy of fulfillment.
Okay. If you wanted to create an environment where motivation can thrive, what would be your go-to?
I would want to see such an environment where people are employed gainfully, and they are trained to carry out certain tasks, and they earn their living from doing that. I recall the popular saying of one of the founding fathers of Nigeria, Chief Obafemi Awolowo, where he was saying that should it happen that there are no jobs to give people to do, I will line up a set of people to excavate trenches, and then line up another set of people to fill the trenches, so that each set earns his own living from doing that. And an idle man is devil's workshop. This is part of, it's a bedrock, is the basis of the problems that we are currently experiencing in Nigeria. So the country has to stand up decisively, create jobs, keep the people, keep the citizens busy doing one thing or the other, earning their living.
So
and that is a great part. That's a part to greatness. Anyway.
Okay, so what do you do to challenge your underlying beliefs, your paradigms and assumptions?
Well, when you talk about belief, I'm a Muslim. As a Muslim, I believe I should conduct my affairs in line with the tenets and stipulations of the Quran. The Quran, I believe, is a beautiful book. It's a book that contains, it's a law from God that contains do's and don'ts, that when mankind adhere to, solutions are achieved for most of the problems of mankind. A lot of things being brought out now were things that were in the Quran, stipulated and dictated by the Holy Prophet 1400 years ago, 1400, 500 years ago. Issues of human rights, issues of animal rights, issues of the environment are all there. So these things are not things that are new, but things that are there that we don't seem to see or to adopt or to work with. But they are things that are naturally ordained. You cannot destroy the environment, you cannot hurt, even at war, you cannot hurt or attack women, children. You cannot attack somebody who has not attacked you. But you see, some interpretations are coming out now where people tend to do exactly the opposite of what religion asks them to do, and then claim it in the name of the religion. So these are just attempts to destroy such religions. They are not religious, but they are out to destroy the religion.
Okay.
It's a very unfortunate thing.
Okay.
And I support they are being fought and being brought to book outright.
Okay. So what does empowerment mean to you?
Empowerment can come up in so many perspectives. But basically, you empower a people if you are planning for a year. You can plant crops so that you can harvest them in a year. If you are planning for a decade, you can plant trees. You'll be there at least 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, or 20 years. If you are planning for a lifetime, you have to train and educate men. When you educate men, men will always educate men. And that will continue for a lifetime. So impacting knowledge and education is a great basis of empowerment. When you think today you are rich and you amass wealth, and you think when you die, your children will have access to that wealth and that you've left something for them to lean on. In most instances, in many instances, this has been proved to be a mistake. You don't just leave them well. You give them education. If you give them good education without leaving one kobo, they will come up. They will use that knowledge and wisdom to fend for themselves, to search for themselves, and they will stand on their feet. But if you just leave money and you leave them as dumb heads, they will come and sit on the money, squander it, lavish it, and kill all your vision beyond your life. So you bequeath a legacy of education, a legacy of knowledge. Of course, it's the best thing for you to leave to your offspring. And it will translate your name to generations far beyond your reach.
So, how do you approach the unknown?
I approach unknown issues with a lot of courage and confidence that I've not done anything wrong. So when I feel I'm on the right track, I usually go out and tackle issues boldly and with courage. So whatever comes out there, you find out that provided you are not wrong, you are not on the wrong side, you won't be caught napping. Things will always come your way and you treat it the way it has come.
Okay. How do you keep your feelings from clouding your decision making?
Yeah, some time back I realized that when things happen, I get angry and then whatever you do through such anger, you take wrong decisions. So I started looking at, why do you have anger? What is the essence of having anger? It's human nature. Okay, when things piss you off, you get angry and shy away from it. So how do I confront such situations? And I realized that there are certain prayers when you realize you are getting angry, you pray them. You've been taught all this from childhood. Okay. So now even doing such prayers, you see, the prayers are just this kind of psychologically caution you that, look, gentlemen, you are angry. Control yourself, something like that. You understand? So once you realize, okay, you are getting angry, okay, don't get angry. You tell yourself, you control your emotions. Then you come back, what made you angry? You look at it not with that anger, but with a feeling of giving it solution. And once you are able to do that, at that critical moment, you get the best solution out of it without using that anger on it. It's anger that makes somebody to chase a fly with a sledgehammer. So, and there's no solution as such. Anger will make you to forget that such a fly may require just a simple spray of insecticide. You have insecticide behind you. You may not see it. You take the sledgehammer and pursue it. So you eventually even injure yourself or damage some other things that you're not supposed to damage. So feelings are meant to be controlled. Feelings, emotions, actions ought to be controlled by, and it's a mark of your strength. A strong man is somebody that can actually control his emotions, not somebody that can go out and beat everybody. He's not strong. If you can just go and knock out everybody, you're not strong. You make no contribution, you just destroy. But if you can actually control that feeling and find solution for what actually necessitated such negative feelings in you, create solution for them. Perhaps they may not come up again because you've solved them.
Okay. How do you bring courage and conviction to risky situations?
Situations that are very risky require caution. You have to be cautious. Look at it critically, analyze it. Yes, you can be slow in taking decisions that you are not very sure of. Okay? And there are instances where you believe in the solution you are taking, you go for it with courage, decorum, decisively, and you take it and stand by that decision. But in instances where you need to analyze situations, look critically, you need to take time doing that and achieve the best of results. So your decisions are always entitled, they are your responsibilities. So you're always responsible for your actions. In my own case, I believe I'm always responsible for whatever I do. And what I did not do well, is none of my business.
What values are you committed to?
The values of principles of equity, fairness, and the rule of law.
Equity, fairness, the rule
The
of law.
rule of law.
Okay, so in
So I
the
believe things should be done
okay.
accordingly in line with stipulated guidelines and the rule of law. What is the right thing for us to do at this juncture, at this particular moment? What do we need to do? Yes, this is the right thing to do. Okay, let's go by it. Let's nip it down.
Like
And if we adopt such measures, we will be able to curb a lot of excesses.
okay, in the spirit of PagePedia tradition, our guest today has to nominate 2 people that he feels have contributed substantially in their fields, and get them to sit with us and tell us their own stories. So, sir, who would you like to nominate?
Well, if you say people like that, I feel have contributed meaningfully. I would say Bala Ahmed Kabiru and General Muhammad Buhari.
Okay.
But for the purpose of since we may not easily reach these two, let me just tell you about. Let me nominate Malam Nasir Erufai
Okay.
and Aminu Bello Masari.
Okay.
Nasir Erufai is the governor of the present-day Kaduna State,
Okay.
and Aminu Masari is the governor of Kaduna State. And if any time you are said to see them, you can get across to them.
Okay, sir. Just can you give us a few words for upcoming people, the youths of today? Things that they should hold in their left hand or their right hand, things that they should know going forward in life.
You should be prepared. Life is not just a tea party. It has, it's more than that. You have to make considerable input with dogged, sheer determination and will to achieve. And you should know that there's nothing on earth that is impossible. If you're thinking of becoming something or somebody else, someone has done it before, and you can do better.
Thank you for having
It's
us.
nice talking to you.
Nice talking to you, sir. This has been PagePedia Videography Challenge. I've been your host, Ifine. Tune in to the next episode. Thank you.